Good morning, this is your TBWS Daily, and I'm your host, Brian Stevens, coming to you live on location from the beautiful state of Washington, right on the beach. Listen, over the course of the past couple of days, I've had the unique opportunity and ability to go from Tampa, Florida, to the coast of Washington. One thing I've learned is flying that long ain't that fun. The other one is, being in two sand states, there's really not that much difference in the real estate in either Florida or Washington. Though we think of Florida as being one of the hammered sand states, I gotta tell you right now, real estate up in Washington on the coast, it's not that much different. See, last week we did a show where we said we've got to get rid of HVCC and all the ancillary type of programs that come along with it. The reason is it doesn't allow for market appreciation. Boy, and I'll tell you, that's the case. Right now, I'm going to make the argument that even though we've seen months where we've seen property values go up, we have never seen, over the course of the past 3 years and the implementation of HVCC, we have not seen a situation where property values have gone up, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, let's say that you're, a car salesman, and your products are Honda Civics and Honda Accords. Now, some months, you're going to sell the higher-priced Honda Accords over the Honda Civics. And what's going to happen with your accounting is, it's going to show up months in that you have higher sales numbers, even though the price of both of the vehicles remained unchanged. It's the same thing with houses. Some months you're selling more expensive houses, but it doesn't mean the price or the values on the houses is going up. All you need to do is look at an average over the past 3 years, and you'll see a couple ebbs and flows, but what happens is price values keep going down. Alright, so how do we change this? How do we get property values to go up? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to get a buyer and a seller to come to terms on a price that would be a high comp for the area, and right now that may not happen, but I'm going to tell you, there is going to be a day when a buyer does want to pay more for a house than what the market will allow. So what happens then? Well, if the contract is inked, it's going to go into the loan process, and eventually you're going to have to order an appraisal on that. The appraiser is then going to have to go out, look at the property, and see if they can justify the value, right? Here's the issue. With the appraisal culture that we have right now, and as we said last week, where the appraisers may have 2 or 3 streams of business that they're going to get their deals from, it's going to come from an AMC. And right now, AMCs don't want to upset the apple cart. That means they don't want their appraisers going out there and pushing value. Pushing value, though, it is kind of an interesting term, isn't it? Because a sales price is the lowest price that the seller is willing to take and the highest price the buyer is willing to pay for the property. Isn't that truly market value, and isn't that what we should be shooting for? So let's say in the case of this appraisal where we have a high price, a high listed price, a high sales price, and that goes through. And we get the appraiser to go out there and appraise it, and the underwriter looks at it and says, okay, this makes sense. Who gets hurt in the process? Does the buyer get hurt in the process? He just got the house that he wanted to get for the price he wanted to pay for it. No. Nobody gets hurt in the process, because once that sucker closes, every house in a 2-mile radius just benefited from that new wonderful comp, and that's how we find market appreciation. Simply put, guys, it can't happen right now. It can't happen with the AMCs. Market appreciation is going to be a wisp in the wind until our systems change. And that's what we need to do so we can start paying more money for our coastal property. With that said, I think I'm going to go stand in the rain again. Why is it always raining here in Washington? Maybe we should just go back to Florida. What do you think? Later.